So I have come up with a very simple card trick that anyone can achieve and perform really. It's foolproof. Essentially, it involves sacrificing cards. Now you may have heard one way to learn magic is to sell your soul to the devil, but I find that is a bit too drastic for my liking. So I've developed a new way of performing magic, which involves, as I said, sacrificing cards. Now, as you can see on this deck of cards here, we have on the backs of them different number of cards. So we have 6, 9, 9, 11, but every card requires a different number of cards to be sacrificed in order to get the trick to work. So I'm going to show you a simple demonstration of what this would look like. So the deck can be shuffled just like this, and once the spectator has mixed up the cards, I, the magician, will then go through the deck, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one card. That's going to be our target card for this demonstration, and we're going to be trying to find the soulmate of that card. So I've just selected this card for now. I think we're going to have the best luck with trying to find the soulmate of this specific card, and I'll leave it in the box till the very end. Okay. So the deck has now been shuffled. We're going to make sure that it gets shuffled again. So we're going to split the deck up into 3 packets, and I'll leave some cards for myself just so I can demonstrate to you how this is going to work. I'll just turn these around just so you guys can actually read what they say. Perfect. And there we go. So the demonstration looks like this. All I want you to do is, with your packets of cards, is I want you to just mix them up just like this, making sure that everything gets well and truly shuffled. And then once you've mixed up, I want you to give the cards a cut, turn over the card you cut to, and then cut it into the middle of the packet. Now the only thing I want you to do differently is I want you to do it under the table. So if we had actual 3 spectators here with us, they would take these packets and do as I just did, but they would do it under the table, so they wouldn't actually see the card they flipped. But in this case, since we don't have that, we're just going to do this in full view and just mix up the packets in any way, shape or form, just like this, making sure everything gets well and truly mixed up. They give the cards a cut, they turn over a card, and they cut it into the middle of the packet, and spectator 3 will do exactly the same. They'll shuffle, they'll cut, they'll turn, and they'll cut. Okay, so now we'll have 3 reversed cards in the packet, and now we're going to go through each of them and see how many cards need to be sacrificed. So we'll take a look at spectator 1's selection here. We have the 7 of clubs here, and the sacrifice for the 7 of clubs is 6 cards. So what we'll do is the spectator would take the deck and they take 6 cards off the top, and they would sacrifice that to the 7 of clubs. Okay, and now for the spectator 2, let's take a look, and here we have the 9 of spades, and the sacrifice for that specific card is just 2 cards, so not that many for spectator 2. They'll sacrifice 2 cards to the 9 of spades, and for spectator 3 we'll take a look at their selection. Just there it is. And obviously if you picked any other cards, you could have ended up with a different number of cards to sacrifice. So in this case, the Jack of Spades here only has 1 card to sacrifice. So we'll sacrifice this card to the Jack of Spades in this case. As I said before, if you picked a different number of a different card, you would have ended up with a different number of cards. You could have sacrificed 4 or 4, 10, but obviously you could have sacrificed any number of cards at this point, which leads to the final step, in which we need to add up the totals of these cards and deal down to that value. And hopefully a miracle should happen. So we've got 7 plus 9 is 16, plus 10 is 26. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. The 26th card is the 10 of hearts, which means absolutely nothing to you guys at the moment, but I know for a fact that inside the card box, the card I placed at the very beginning was the matching soulmate, the 10 of diamonds. So that is the trick, Deal with the Devil. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.